my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melanie and I do videos on side hustles, passive income, entrepreneurship, and all things money. And today we're going to talk about the easiest ways to start a budget. So how do I start a budget? If I'm not a spreadsheet person, I'm not a numbers person, I'm not a math person, how do I start a budget? Number one is fill out the sources of income first. So if you have a 9-to-5 and 2 side hustles and something sporadic that you do on the side to make money, fill out all of the income that you made for that month. And if you just have a 9-to-5, just put your 2 paychecks on there as income, like whatever you got in your bank account, put that on there as your source of income for that month. Then what you want to do is you want to write down your fixed expenses. So your fixed expenses are going to be things that are the same expense dollar amount every month. So your rent or your mortgage, your cable bill, your utility bill, and then anything that is the exact same every month. So like your cell phone bill, your cable bill, these are the bills that happen every month that are the exact same. Any subscriptions that you have, like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, those are going to be the exact same. So those go in the next pot, which is your fixed expenses. So you know I'm going to be spending this amount of money every month because this is what I've done in the past. Then you can write down your variable expenses, which are expenses that change throughout each month. So they're not the same, but they do happen every month. You can gather the expenses of how much you spend on fast food. This changes every month, but you do go out to eat or whatever throughout the months. So you're having trouble doing like categorizing your variable expenses. All you would have to do is kind of see what you spent last month and the month before. I like to do 3 months back to see what my spending habits were so that I can budget for them. And if you find that you're spending way too much money on some of those variable expenses like Starbucks or fast food or whatever, then for your budget for this current month that you're designing, then just lower that dollar amount. The next tip I have for you is write down how much you want to save. So if you do the math on your income minus your expenses and minus your variable expenses, and then you come up with a dollar amount that you want to save, say the dollar amount is starting out, I want to save $50 every single month. So write down that dollar amount. Savings, $50 goes into savings. So this is going to be a really good tip later, because when you write it down, it's really going to start to stick and you're going to make sure that there's $50 available to go into the savings. This is kind of what I talked about in another video of mine, which is paying yourself. So if you want to pay yourself $50, meaning it's going to your savings, then definitely write that down as something that's going to be in your line item and have that money go somewhere. Essentially, a budget is just telling your money where to go. If you know exactly how much money you're going to make, then you can tell it where to go. And if you know exactly how much money you're going to spend, then you know that is the dollar amount that's going to go out of the door and I'm not going to have it anymore. So this is a really good way to decide where your money is going to go. So I'll use the example of Starbucks coffee. I noticed that I was spending too much money on Starbucks. I was spending about $5.31 every day on a latte at Starbucks. You can still get Starbucks if you, for example, go to a big box store like Sam's Club and get K-Cups. Like if you get a whole box of K-Cups, that's going to run you $41.98. So if you pay $41.98 for 72 K-Cups, then you are only paying 58 cents for just the 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and you're still going to get Starbucks. So your next step is just going to be writing down all of your debt. All of your debt means credit card debt, not your car note, because your car note is going to go up in the fixed expenses. But you're going to write down your student loan debt. So any debt that you have to pay back, any loans that are outstanding, your credit cards, all of that monthly amount. And then a quick note about your savings. Make sure when you do open your savings and you send that, $50 a month to your savings every month, that you're sending it to a high yield savings account, not just a regular savings account, and not simply holding it in your checking account. So right now it's going back and forth between an average of 3.75% for a high yield savings account. Some banks are higher, some banks are lower. You just have to shop around. Make sure your money is going into a high yield savings account so you're not losing out on making more money through interest. And then for this simple budget, it's the best way to budget always is to write stuff down. This is how your budget is going to stick. So if you are a spreadsheet person, I would suggest going to Etsy and buying a spreadsheet, a budgeting spreadsheet from them, or you can just get one from Google for free, a simple spreadsheet. Also, I like the app Mint because you can do the budgeting on your phone and you can add expenses as they occur when you're like out and about. So whatever kind of person you are, if you're a phone person, get the Mint app, and there's many other budgeting apps that you can use. If you're a computer person and you like to sit down every week or every month and just do your budget and fill it out before the month begins, then I would say go to Etsy and buy a spreadsheet. It's really easy to do and they're really easy to use. And then another suggestion I have about protecting your savings is have different savings account titles. So you can open up more than one savings account at any given bank. They're not going to charge you money. If you have a checking account at that bank, then you're fine. So you can have 4 different savings accounts, and if you title them your purpose, meaning like your first savings account is new car, the second one is Disney vacation, the third one can be kids college fund. If you title those savings accounts, then you're more apt to want to put money toward that purpose. So you're more motivated to put the money in that account because you know, oh, this money has a purpose. I'm not just saving it just for because, but I'm saving it for this new car, or I'm saving it for the kids' college, or for the Disney vacation. So, and you can kind of put a date on those things happening, and then you can kind of speed up as you make more money, or as your debt gets lower, you can kind of throw more money into your savings account. So this is a simple way to do a budget. This is like budgeting 101. The things that you need to start out with. And what I would do is budget at the last week of the month for the next month. So you can kind of be set up, know where your money's going to go before it comes in the door and before it leaves out the door from paying expenses. And if you need more help on budgeting, I have another video that I'll link down in the description that goes into like some quick tips on like budgeting and saving money and different things like that. Hopefully this video helped you to get you started on budgeting and how to budget successfully and not just make it a 1-month thing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like if you like this video and you think it helped you out, and don't forget to subscribe because that will let you know when I have another video. I post videos every week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.